up there on the bump and you got the ball, and you can't just hide like you're in right field and just go, you know, those guys in right field, they're eating daisies and picking their teeth with stuff. It's no big deal, right? But if you're on the bump, it's going to be trouble. So he gets out there and he gets into an inning, man. I'm talking about an inning. He got knocked around. Kids were just beating the ball on him a little bit, you know, because he's still learning how to do this. And it, you know, bing, bing. And then there's dudes behind him. They can't even, you know, I don't even know why they have a glove on, because they don't know what they're doing, right? And they're just, like, balls will come running. They'll just be looking at it, you know, and so, hey, there it is right there. There's the ball. And this kid's just running the bases. And Tracy's like, pick it up and throw it. No, I like it. It's really right there. So this is what's going on. Then he's having trouble throwing strikes, and he's walking dudes. I kid you not. He's probably, at this point, we've probably given up 6 or 7 runs in just this half inning. And it's been like a 30-minute half inning at this point. And he's out there looking. I am coaching with another dude, and I'm the assistant coach, and this guy's the head coach. And we're standing on the fence, and Trace, just as 9-year-old, sad as you can look, looks out and looks into the dugout, and I'm talking about crocodile tears are just pouring down his face, right? Snotting himself. I'm talking about that kind of crying. Snotting yourself crying, right? And so the guy who's coaching with me, we're just standing at the fence. And he looks over at me, and every parent on both sides are yelling out, get him out of there. We can't take it. Poor kid, who is his dad? You know, they're thinking, it's Pastor Jerry. That's his dad. He probably beats him. This is what's going on in everyone's mind. So I'm standing next to this guy, and the head coach turns and looks at me and says, what do you want to do? And I looked at, I had a moment of clarity. And I looked at him and I said, nothing. You leave him right there. I said, look, we're already losing by 100 runs. We have no chance at winning this game if we played 20 games back-to-back just with our team and they didn't show up. We don't have a chance at winning. Leave him there. And he looked at me. He said, are you serious, man? And I went, yeah. He said, these parents are going to be all over me. I said, I'll let them know. It's my kid, and I made the choice. I said, but he's about to learn something. He kind of looked at me. He went, I know what he's going to learn. He's going to learn to hate your guts is what he's going to learn. He's going to learn that his dad's a jerk. That's what he's about to learn. So Trace is out there, and he's looking at me. He's kind of just going, and I said, when you get the third out, your team can come in, and you can stop pitching. And, of course, in his mind, he's going, I've been out here for 35 minutes. And there's no one out right now. Nobody. And he's just looking at me like, how could you? And I just said, when you get the third out. So finally, after another, 4 hours, we get the third out. I don't remember when it was, but it was still a long time. I was literally clocking this thing with a sand dial. It was like, what? So he comes finally walking in off the mound just with dried up, caked up snot and tears coming down his face. And the whole team's just kind of coming in like this, because I think most of them were dehydrated, needing an IV at this point, right? They've been out there so long. Some of them were like, their lips were all chapped. Like, water, it was bad. So he comes walking in, he's just snotting himself. And as a 9-year-old, he just gives me this. And just walks and sits down. He was having nothing to do with me. Game's over, I kind of went by the parents and I said, hey, Trace is my kid. If you didn't know that, we left him out there. He's going to learn how to pitch. One day he's going to be a pitcher and, blah, blah, blah. And they're just kind of like, well, what do you do for a living, I said, man, I work at the prison. I work over at I'm a security guard. I'm an MMA fighter. Which they just started laughing, just like you did. Which is not very Christian of you, so thank you. Thank you. Anyway, afterwards, I'm having a conversation with Trace, and I told him on the way home, I said, hey, buddy, I said, you don't know how hard it was for me to leave you out there. And he kind of looked at me like, hard for you? I don't know if you understand, Dad, I'm 9. And I'm kind of emotionally, I'm 9. And this was hard for you? I said, it was. It was tearing me up inside because I wanted to get you off of that mound. I wanted to get you in. I said, but you will never, ever learn how to be a pitcher until you learn how to deal with this. You will not. You do not learn how to be a pitcher by going and blowing everybody away. You do not learn how to be a pitcher when you go up and every guy behind you makes the right play all the time. You learn how to be a pitcher by getting your brains beat in on the mound sometimes. That's when you'll learn how to be a pitcher. He's like, no, yeah. He's 16 today, and if you caught him and asked him, when did you learn how to become a pitcher? He'd say, when I was about 9. My dad left me on the mound for like 20 years. I'm still there actually right now. You know, that's when he learned how to be a pitcher. You know why? Because maturity only comes through perseverance, and perseverance only comes from adversity. We know that